Hey everyone, it is Velvet, and welcome back to more Persona 3 FES. And the last one, we met Ken, who is not here right now. We are going on summer vacation soon. But first, we shall hopefully finish up this block, or this section of the block of Tartarus. So let's go to Tartarus tonight. I am going to have to... Every time I see this, I think Pharos is approaching, even though, like, this is just standard for us going to Tartarus, so I don't know why. But we are going to want to either fuse or draw personas, because we need something that will help us not commit the big die. Interesting. Orthros is registered, yes. Because Queen Mab might actually be incredibly helpful because of that nulling electricity. Yeah. So I will keep that in mind, but the problem with that, with Queen Map, is that she doesn't have any. We need one of two types of attacks. Absolutely not. We need either strike or wind attacks. I don't know. I went to Incubus. We're not going to be able to summon Incubus just yet. We already have Sati and Pusa. Strong. It has a Garu spell, but it is not a good one for us right now. Orochi? No. I would prefer a single target wind spell if possible. Probably not gonna be able to get anything we can use from triple fusion. Yeah, because that all usually like fuses up. Well, let's check our compendium and just by level. Let's go to the top of the list. I want something that uses either single target strike or wind and is strong against lightning. I don't know how feasible that is. I'll just... Kill Rush is strike, right? Like, we're missing the wind or the electricity here, but that might be helpful. That was Vedala, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I'll go with not Mithra, with Vedala for Kill Rush. It's expensive, but that's it'll just have to do. Let's double check real quick to see if there's nothing I can't well, no single target spread I can make with Vedala. Man, Vedala is just not compatible with anything in my deck, I see. Okay. And then we will get... Yeah, we'll get Queen Mab for her nulling electricity. We're not gonna get any bonus experience from this, but oh well. I am Queen Mab. I knew that this day would come. Okay, that should be okay. Oh, she's not weak to Pierce, is she? That also be very not great. I should have been looking out for that as well. No, she's fine. Okay. Well, let's start with Vedala for now. And as for our team, because of the weakness to, or the need to... See, Yukari is, high risk, high reward here, because she has wind, so, like, she can be like, the main attacker for this upcoming boss fight. But she is weak to electricity, so that might do more harm than it would help. So, I guess we really want to pick Junpei, because it looks like Junpei is, like, yeah, Junpei's in great condition. So he's going to be... I don't think Junpei's going to be super helpful, truth be told, because there's not much he can do. Mitsuru will be very much support, and then I think basically everyone is a supporting role, is pretty much what's going to be happening. But, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. This boss, it's kind of... It resists, like, everything, basically. It's rough. But, we will burn that bridge when we get to it. But for now, I've got some more personas to talk about. You know how it goes. So first up, we're going to talk about Mithra, who is a Zoroastrian deity of light and contracts, who is also known as Mare. He oversees the seasons, he's a protector of truth, and a guardian of cattle, harvest, and the waters, which is held with deep reverence in Zoroastrianism. He's seen as omnipotent and basically infallible. And he had a large role in, like, judging humanity in the afterlife, weighing whether they are good or if they are evil, and generally tried to guide humankind down the path of good to prevent them from being tempted. And when he judged the souls of the dead, he would then decide where to send them in the afterlife. Those he deemed good would be sent to a place known as the House of Song, and those he deemed bad to the House of Lies. He also is sometimes seen to be the same god as the Vedic god Mitra, who also presides over contracts, harvest, and the truth, as well as the sunrise. Mitra is also connected with the sky god Varuna, who are said to live in the heavens together in a golden palace. And every morning they bring about the sun in a bright chariot with white horses, which is also armed with a silver spear, and a gold bow and arrows, and daggers, axes, and a mace. Mithra is also linked with a Roman cult god Mithras, but they are not necessarily the same deity, though Mithras may be inspired by Mitra, but are generally seen as completely different deities, despite them sharing a lot of similar, like, domains and characteristics, but they have different stories entirely. Mithras also has his own persona in the series, starting with Persona 5. That said, the depiction of Mithra absolutely takes inspiration from the Roman Mithras, because often found in, like, the cult temples to Mithras was, like, a naked lion-headed figure, which is one for one with what the persona Mithra looks like, which I also found immensely funny, because apparently it's also debated whether this lion-headed figure is actually meant to depict Mithras at all, and it's apparently believed that it could be just a completely different deity altogether. So researching that I thought was very funny, because the persona depiction is just of a different god of a similar name, but not even that god. Just felt kind of silly to me, but very funny. Next up, I'm going to talk about Gur, which is another persona I can't really find much about, and thus have to fall back on just Megami Tensei wiki yet again, which I don't really consider reliable, but according to the wiki, it is also known as Gurulu, or Gur Yaksha, and it's a giant eagle from Sri Lankan Buddhism that feeds on flesh. Apparently, it's also believed to be an evil portrayal of the Hindu deity Garuda, which within Persona 3, there is support for that being the basis of Gur, because later we do unlock a fusion spell between both Gur and Garuda in particular, which most fusion spell participants have some sort of connection with another, or have at least some parallels with another. So the intention there was probably that Atlas at least believes that these are the same deity, and that they created the fusion spell together to reflect that, though it's also possible that this is a case of just information about Gur not being on the internet. Or maybe Atlas based Gur off of Garuda before just implementing Garuda in the series proper, because Gur did come first in the series. But none of this I can really confirm. This is just speculation. So if you do know, please comment and let me know. I would love to learn more. One interesting thing I did find while trying to research this was an urban legend about a modern cryptid known as the Devil Bird, which is supposed to, like, release terrifying cries in the middle of the night, and hearing those cries is like an omen of disaster. If you hear them, watch out. But naturally, this is a modern cryptid, so there's probably next to no relation to Gur at all. Next up is Take Minakata, which is a Shinto god who is currently enshrined alongside his lover/wife, Yasuka Tome. Presently, he is the guardian deity of the Suwa Grand Shrine, and his story is that he's apparently the son of Okuninushi, who is also a persona and a demon in the series, and he's best known for his fight with the thunder god Take Mikazuchi, who is yet another persona in this series, and we actually get him later in this video, so we'll talk about him eventually. Regardless, Take Mikazuchi was once sent to negotiate with Okuninushi to get him to cede control of his realm to the Amatsukami, who are gods who reside on the heavenly plane. One of Okuninushi's sons was fast to agree and told his father to do the same. However, Take Minakata did not agree, and instead wanted to keep hold of the realm. For this, I'm going to just directly read from the translation of the story that our Lord and Savior Wikipedia is hosting. Though also know that Wikipedia is not the only site I use. I look all over, and I just kind of use Wikipedia as a jumping off point and, like, cross-reference things against it, you know? But anyway, the translation starts after Mikazuchi's talk with Okuninushi. So, as he was saying this, the same Take Minakata no Kami came bearing on his fingertips a tremendous boulder, one so large it would take 1,000 men to pull. "Who is it who has come to our land and is talking so furtively? Come, let us test our strength. I will first take your arm." When Take Mikazuchi no Kami allowed Take Minakata no Kami to take his arm, he changed it into a column of ice, then again changed it into a sword blade. At this, Take Minakata was afraid and drew back. Then Take Mikazuchi no Kami, in his turn, demanded the right to take the hold of the arm of Take Minakata no Kami. When he took it, it was like taking hold of a young reed. He grasped it and crushed it, throwing it aside. Immediately, Take Minakata ran away. They pursued him and caught up with him by the lake of Suwa in the land of Shinano. As they were about to kill him, Take Minakata no Kami said, "Pray, do not kill me. I will go to no other place. Also, I will not disobey the commands of my father, Okuninushi no Kami, and will not disobey the words of Yai Koto Shironushi no Kami. I will yield this central land of the Reed Plains in accordance with the commands of the heavenly deities." So, to summarize, he challenged Take Mikazuchi to a duel of strength and greatly lost. It wasn't even close. And thus he fled to Suwa and begged for his life. And in this account, Take Mikazuchi crushed Take Minakata's arm and threw it away. Though funnily, on wikis for fictional series, including Mega 10 itself, as well as Toho, the claim is that Take Minakata's arm got cut off. And while I can't find that take on any more reliable sites, the fact that I found it twice on unrelated video game sites was interesting to me, and makes me think that there is some sort of tradition that corroborates that take. Regardless, this is an obvious inspiration for the persona Minakata to have no arms. Some versions of the myth portray Take Minakata as a little less shameful, and while he still loses the contest, he goes to Suwa simply because his father asked him to, rather than in an attempt to flee for his life. This contest between the two Take gods has been popularly thought to be a contest of sumo wrestling, and some say to be the origin of the sport. But I found one website simply called the Arm Wrestling Archives, which claims it was just the origin of arm wrestling instead. But again, this is the only place I can find it, so take it with a grain of salt. Regardless, after his arrival in Suwa, it's believed that he defeated the god enshrined there, Moriya-shin, and took over as the enshrined god. And Toho fans will recognize the name Moriya from the Moriya Shrine in the series, which, while my Toho knowledge is limited, is probably why Take Minakata is mentioned in the series at all. Next up is Titan. Just general Titans, not a specific Titan, because as I'm sure a lot of you know, the Titans were Greek deities, plural, that preceded the Olympians. They're the children of Uranus and Gaia, or the sky and the earth. And the history of the Titans in general is just a history of children rebelling against and overthrowing their fathers. So, when the first 12 Titans were born, they were also born alongside the Cyclopses and the Hekatonchires, or the 100 Arms. But Uranus had no love for them and hid them inside Gaia. Gaia, however, was adamantly against this, and encouraged her children to rebel against their father, which Cronus, who was the youngest, agreed. So, the next time Uranus went to sleep with Gaia, Cronus took up an adamantine sickle and castrated his father during the attempt. Afterwards, the Titans, though not Cyclops and Hekatonchires, were afterwards free from Gaia, and Kronos took over leadership of the gods as well as the world. However, from here, it's prophesized that Kronos' own children would come to usurp him, so he retaliated by devouring each of his own children, which are the gods we now know as the Olympians. However, Kronos' sister wife, Rhea, like Gaia, was hashtag not about this, and took help from her own parents to save her children. And when it came time for Zeus to be eaten, Rhea instead gave Cronus a rock dressed up as a baby to eat, which he did eat and was none the wiser. And I don't know about you, but I think Cronus might be kind of stupid, because I think I would notice if I ate a rock instead of meat, but you know what? Whatever. Greek deities be like that. Either way, after which, Gaia took Zeus and raised him in a cave until he reached adulthood. And after reaching adulthood, Zeus took the fight to the Titans himself, and forced his father to release his siblings, while also freeing the Cyclopses and Hecatonkyle from the Earth, Gaia, and gained the Thunderbolt from Uranus. And in a great war, grabbed control of the gods from the Titans, and imprisoned most who fought with the Titans in the deepest pits of the underworld, Tartarus. Not all Titans were imprisoned. Oceanus, Helios, and Hyperion are generally agreed to have been remained free, whereas others had different punishments altogether, such as Atlas, who was cursed to hold up the sky. Not the Earth. A lot of people think he was cursed to hold up the Earth. Untrue. He holds up the sky. And then Prometheus, who was the one who gave humanity fire, and for that transgression was cursed to have his liver repeatedly eaten by an eagle and, like, to regrow, only for the eagle to eat it again the next day. Very brutal, honestly. One thing I learned myself researching this is that before now, I thought Cronus and Kronos, the personification of time, were the same deity. And the reason I thought that was because a game I played a lot is Age of Mythology, and that's how they present Cronus. They present just Kronos as the Titan of time. But that's not necessarily the case. They can be interpreted that way, because mythology is malleable and everyone naturally has their own take on it. But by the same token, they can be interpreted as different beings altogether. Interestingly, while some specific Titans do have their own persona in the series, notably Hyperion is the ultimate persona of Katsuya in Persona 2, as far as I recall, none of them have a persona in 3, which I do find kind of odd, but oh well. So the last persona I'm going to talk about for now is Vatala, which are sort of demonic entities from Hindu mythology. They're kind of caught in between our world and the afterlife, and they interact with the mortal realm by possessing corpses, and as such they're often found in cemeteries. Also of note is that when they're possessing the corpse, its decay is halted, so it'll remain in whatever state it's possessed in until the Vatala leaves it. Also, they are generally deeply malicious and have been said to torment people by both causing insanity or just harming children and babies. Apparently, you can defend against them by chanting mantras, or you can free them by performing funeral rites, which leads me to believe that Vatala are formed from spirits that aren't given a proper send-off, but that's just my assumption, and I haven't found anything to really confirm or deny that, so take that specifically with a grain of salt. There's also a collection of stories called the Vatala Tales, which details a king who's tasked to capture one and can only do so by keeping quiet. But the Vatala would continuously spin stories that deeply captured the king's attention, and then would end the story with a question that the king would be unable to resist answering, which enables the Vatala to escape. And the thing I'm really kind of unsure of is why in Persona the Vatala is depicted as a, elephant demon? As the only thing I've found about Vatala appearance is that their eyes emit a sort of pale light. And my best guess would be that elephants have a certain reverence in Hindu mythology, but that's just speculation. I have no idea for sure. Anyway, that will be all for this batch, so I'm gonna hand this back over.
2 enemies left. One enemy left.
Last one. Don't let the guard down.
Couldn't finish it off.
I failed to finish it off.
Okay.
My skill level has increased.
And we made it. There's a really powerful enemy near the middle. Be careful. We will. First things first, as always, we activate the teleporter and return to floor 1 to both heal and save. Okay, now we're back and we are fighting whatever the hell this is. Good luck! But, yes,
Be careful.
this
Hierophant is quite powerful.
is the Fanatic Tower. It repels fire, ice, and electricity. Of magic, it is only vulnerable to wind, which we don't really have, unfortunately. And then it is strong against slash and pierce attacks, but it's vulnerable to strike, but the trade-off for that is that it has a high evasion rate versus strike attacks. Otherwise, it has tier 2 Zeo spells, so Zionga and Mazionga. It has Mind Charge, and it can reduce your electricity resistance, so Akihiko is not strictly safe against that, nor am I when I'm using Queen Mab, depending. And it can poison you. So anyway, let's go to tactics immediately. Mitsuru, you are on heal support duty. Akihiko, you can attack it with your physical attacks. So I think you're fine. I'm gonna put you on heal support as well, actually, so that you use Tarunda. So it maybe will break us a little less. Junpei, you just do whatever the hell you want right now. The only thing really is either you get a critical hit or you use Kill Rush, I think you had. And I should also be using Rakunda on it. Yeah. Also, you may have noticed I switched to a gauntlet-type weapon. And that is because I don't want to accidentally put myself into a position where I cannot attack. So I have the gauntlets here to hopefully make it so I still have some options. You know what? You do that. Yeah, this is just gonna repel and hit her back in the face. Yeah. You, oh, good. Good. Good job, Junpei. Okay, Junpei, if he keeps using Kill Rush, will actually be an asset. I'm gonna put Tarukaja on myself for now, though, depending on how much my Kill Rush does. If it does less than Junpei's, I might just put it on him.
I couldn't finish it off.
And Poison missed. Oh, and she doesn't have, Poison curing skills yet, does she? I don't know if she learns them. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Watch it, dodge it. Yep, that's how it was, that's about how it's gonna go. This is all she can do, but I also feel like she's wasting her magic. I just want to see how my kill rush compares to Junpei's, because if Junpei just flat out does more, probably about the same, honestly. And if that's the case, it might be smart just to leave myself on support as well. Doing stat buffs and debuffs and stuff, and hopefully curing people's poison. Do I have anything that can cure poison? I could go to Unicorn, but Unicorn is terrifying to go to. Let's see what Mepatra is. I believe Mepatra will work. It will not. Damn. Okay. Well, either way, I do know I have items for this. I just didn't... I don't like using items. But here you go. Junpei, you first, because you are dying. Akiko, you are a fool in a man's shoes. Well, now you use your disc poisons. Okay. Critical hit. Nice! Yes, of course. Let's go for an all-out attack. Okay, this is going alright. I'm just very concerned about that. About that mind up. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to Queen Mab. And put a Rakukaja on Junpei to hopefully sort of soften that blow if it targets him. Because I expect her to use... I expect it to use Mazionga. It'd be silly not to. Oh, just regular Zionga against Akiko. Okay. The AI has no brain cells, despite it having 3 heads. You would think it would have 3 brains. Maybe it does. 3 brains aren't necessarily better than 1. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to support now. So I'm gonna put a Raccoonda on it, and then next turn I'm gonna put a Tarukaja on Junpei. I think that is the play. I'm surprised it hasn't used Electricity Break. Because it would be very smart for it to use Electricity Break on Akiko, but that assumes that the AI knows how to think, which, as we have witnessed, it absolutely does not. Yeah, this is the strategy. I wasn't sure... I'm also think it's very funny that I came into this thinking that Junpei was going to be basically useless. He was there to just not die, but now he's our main damage dealer. Because I didn't realize he had Kill Rush until like halfway through the ascent. But yeah, just keeping ourselves in a very good position so we can support our allies is probably the way to go. Let's just attack like this for now. Keep ourselves on Queen Mab just in case he lets loose. He really likes that poison, I see. And now Mitsuru's probably out of disc poisons. Damn. Well, let's keep Mitsuru in the game.
You have my gratitude.
Don't overdo it.
And I'm probably gonna have to reapply, yeah, reapply buffs onto and debuffs onto this thing.
Hang in there.
Akiko probably has his own. Because everyone seems to have their own supply of items that they only use on themselves, apparently. God damn. Man, the noises that Akira makes every time he summons a poison. Is this boy okay? He sounds like he's dying. Like, I know the answer is no. He is not okay. But also, he's just... He sounds like he's about to keel over, which honestly, this depressed bastard probably gets no sleep and probably does not eat at all. So that's probably, like, not far from the truth. He's running on fumes. Perfect. Thank you, Akiko. And that'll soften the blow of whatever it does with Mind Charge. And it doesn't matter, because it's not using its electricity break. Which is very bizarre, because we have two people resistant to electricity here. Oh, and we're gonna finish it off with an all-out attack. Let's go! Get back here, you son of a... This went a lot smoother than I expected it to, but also I guess that makes sense because I was very sufficiently prepared for it, huh? What do you know? Preparing for a boss means that you'll generally do a little bit better against that boss, huh? Who would have thought? Alright, let's get our homunculus. That's very useful. What homunculus do is that if... Soma is pretty good as well. That's just the full heal. I think we already knew that. But what homunculus do is that if you get hit by a instant kill attack and it hits you, the homunculus will take the bullet for you and then will be consumed. So since we just picked up 2 homunculi, we now have 2 free like hits from instant kill moves. We are, like, basically done. I should have just gone for the stairs. Yeah, the treasure chest does not interest me at the moment. Let's just go up and get our document, and then go and do the requests that we have accepted. I know we have, yeah, 3 greasy gears, and then Onimaru Kinitsune, or Kunitsune, excuse me. So we'll try and get those 2 done. And then we have other things to turn in. Like, we'll have the document to turn in. We'll have to resummon Orthrus, I think, because I fused him into Queen Mab. So yeah, we'll have to resummon Orthrus to show him to Elizabeth, and then that should be everything for now. It's a dead end. Good job. Please come back to the entrance. Let's just climb over this fence. Like, there are points at the top, so you gotta be careful of those, but, like, just grab one swirl, grab the next swirl, and then just climb over and keep going. Unless it's an electric fence. Or we can just hang off the ledge here and, like, inch over and climb up on the other side, and then we can go up the stairs. Screw what Tartarus wants us to do. Old document 4. Let's see what it says. The team leader asked me himself. I was so surprised. It's the same man who once saved my life. I'm stuttering a lot today, I noticed. That's always fun. Anyway, let's return. Hey guys, it's not like I can turn in any requests at the moment, but because I have like 3 incomplete ones still in my deck. But let's what is, or Hanged Man, right? Yeah, here it is. No, I meant to stop button mashing. There we go. And let's register. Yeah, everything but Unicorn and High Pixie, I think, are good to register. Okay, now that that's done, actually let us save again, just in case I meet an untimely fate. It's happened before in these grinding sessions, and it sucks. But yeah, let's go up and grind and get the... yeah, let's start on this one. I think that's better. Let's get the Greasy Gears and the Onimaru Kunitsuna, if we can. Oh, we already have 2 Greasy Gears as well, so we just need to find 1 Red Shadow, and then we're good to go. You!
There are 2 strong enemies.
You guys, and you are weak to Zeo. Do I, myself, have any Zeo? I don't remember what's on my personas at any given time. No, it doesn't look like I have 0. So, hey, Akiko buddy. Akiko buddy. Knock down. And then me... You know what? Akiko, have an attack up. Yeah, you know, all damage works, but we simply... Oh, he has Zionga now. Very nice. So he's going to be doing some damage. Okay, please. Please give me my Greasy Gear. That sounds like an off-brand fighting game. Because I know there's Guilty Gear, so like Greasy Gear, the next hit thing. Yeah. Oh, I hope that's not like a Guilty Gear porn parody or something. Yes! Okay, we got it. Very nice. Okay, now we just need to get the sword, which I believe only appears on certain floors. And we need to luck out and get a golden chest on those certain floors, so, I'll see you in a bit. Well, I didn't get the Juzumaru this run, but once more with feeling. But, because we're down here, let's turn in all of our requests that we can. So, first off, the Greasy Gears. I see you've brought 3 Greasy Gears as I requested. Thank you. You've obtained these from a particularly strong monster. In fact, you are much more formidable now than when you first stepped into this room. I will have to think of harder requests for you to fulfill. Please accept your reward. 70,000 yen! Well, that covers the cost of all the personas we've had to take from the compendium. We still need... Oh, we can do this because we have a homunculus now. So yeah, let's accept that. I see you've obtained the homunculus, an artificial creature created by man. It lives only to die, unaware of its sad plight. Thank you for showing me such a rare thing. And for that, we get precious eggs. I don't know what those do offhand. We shall check. Orthrus with Dodge Slash. Well done. I see that you have Orthrus with you, and that he has the skill Dodge Slash. You have fulfilled my request. For your reward, I have selected a special piece of armor. I think it will suit you well. And we get the Tiger Hide belt. Alright then. And this is just create Omitsunu. Oh, and he has to be level 33 or higher. Okay. And then, yeah, it looks like last for now is the 4th old document, which we do have. Is there anything else I can accept and work on? No, not really. I see you've retrieved the 4th old document, and before the deadline. Well done. We are one step closer to the truth. You know, it seems like people write about both good and bad experiences in their diaries. Have you ever thought about that? Not really. People just write about what happens to them and their feelings, and like different people will focus on different things. But yes, we have 3 Balm of Lives from that. And that is all we can do for now. So now we just want to get the sword. Right, we want to look at what the precious eggs do as well. Let's see. They restore one person's SP to full. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, back into the sword grind. Hello. Well, we have a gold shadow floor, and because oh well, we got the Nile bow there instead of anything. Oh, thank God. That should be what we need as well. I'm just not going to. Come on, little buddy. Damn it! Oh well, that's fine. Okay, the rare chest. Yes! The Onimaru, Kunitsuna. I keep saying Kini when that is not correct. Oh, are you serious? Well, that's okay. We got one. And we got the sword that we needed. So let's find a teleporter as soon as we can. Oh, hey. And go and turn that in. And then from here on, all we are doing is level grinding until the party is tired. Hey guys, I got a request to turn in. This must be the sword that heals illness, the Onimaru Kunitsuna. I heard that this katana, moving independently of its owner, lopped off a gangrenous limb in one swipe. What a boisterous katana this is! I'd like to see that someday. And as a reward, we get the Sword of King! Alright, we are done here. We are done with requests for now. Other than feeding the kitty. But that one will happen when that one happens. So, for now, as said, time to level everyone up. Hey, 12 personas now. Very nice. Hey, Take Mikazuchi. Now we have 2 we have 2 of the Taka Mi gods. We have Take Minakata, who we don't have on us, but we've got him, and now Take Mikazuchi.
That was too easy.
I'm beat.
Junpei-kun seems tired.
Oop. Well, Junpei has reached its limit, so it should probably be time to go and switch him out for Yukari. How high of a level did Junpei reach?
My skill level has increased.
Well, Mitsuru leveled up. I don't know about Junpei here. I typo Junpei as Junpei all the time. It's a problem. You don't understand. Level 28. Alright. That's pretty alright. Time to find my way back down. And hopefully I can get down before Akiko and Mitsuru get tired, so I can still grind with a full party of 4.
Feeling rather tired.
Mitsuru-senpai seems tired.
Well, Mitsuru got tired. That right in front of the access point too. No, let's that sucks. I'm still going to do the party of 3, but let's see how far she got. Also level 28. That's probably going to be the trend. Okay, let's go and switch these two losers out for Yukari.
Did it. I can't believe I'm this tired.
Akihiko-senpai seems tired.
Well, there's Akihiko's tiredness, but Yukari just got here, so Akihiko. Suck it up, bro. We'll figure out what your level is later. Alright, both Akihiko and myself are tired, and we're almost out of SP, and Yukari's a level behind. She is at 27 rather than the 28 everyone else has rested at, but I think that's okay. And then Akihiko has reached level 31. Jesus Christ, Akihiko. Because I am also at 31, and he is keeping pace with the protagonist. Very well done, Akihiko. Well, I have to get that. Shit! My hubris. Okay, we survived. What do we got? a second one of these. Okay. Cool. How the hell do I get out of here? Please free me. Okay. We have made it. That's perfectly understandable, Aki. And on that note, I think we should end things off here. So, thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider subscribing or leaving a like. In the next one, it is vacation. We are going to the beach with seas. So until then, please have a fantastic day, alright?